Hi guys, I hope this video finds you well and hopefully having been able to do a little bit of work that we've sent out. I hope everybody's family is keeping well and nobody is under too much stress. Um, okay, I sent this pack out about 2 weeks ago and hopefully you've had a chance to have a look at it and do some work. So I just want to run through this particular template. This is the writing short notices exercise that I asked you to do. And I'm just going to go through that exercise with you now. If you've done it, great stuff. If not, have a listen along and you'll be able to do it more easily if you haven't already done it. Just going to move that over so you can see it. Okay, so question 1A, I had asked you to do that. Just looking briefly at the notes, I said that this lesson was designed to help and check your understanding of and writing short notes based on the work that we've already done. So remember that short notes should contain short direct sentences and all of the information required by the person receiving the note. Okay, just moving down here, question 1A. So that's what we're going to look at now. Okay, so going back over to our exercise sheet, you are asked to read the messages and complete them with the missing parts. Now the missing parts are all down here. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 notes, and the missing parts are here: A, B, C, D, and E. Okay, and one of them is already done for you. Okay, Julia, I've gone to the cinema, I've had my dinner. So which sentence would make sense out of the options A, B, C, D, or E below? Loved him. Okay, so let's go down and see what C says. It tells us C is the answer here. So you can see C, I've left some for you in the oven. See you later. Okay, so that makes sense. He's had his dinner, he's leaving the rest in the oven for her. Okay, so now what you have to do is the same with the other 4 messages. And what I want you to do is I want you to write out the sentence in the notes. Okay, write them in your notepad. Don't just write in C or A or B on the worksheet. I'd like you to actually write out the full note just for practice. Okay, so number 2, Betsy, I haven't booked a room for the finance meeting on Wednesday. We can't get room 7. Someone else has booked it. Okay, and that's from Paul. So what sentence would make sense there? I've put it under the table in the hall. See you later. Doesn't make a lot of sense. Do you want a smaller room or can we have the meeting on Thursday? Well, that would definitely be an option. We know it's not C. The next train isn't until 11:30, so don't wait for her. That definitely wouldn't make sense. Or I phoned the engineer, he's coming tomorrow morning. Okay, so only one of those statements makes sense in terms of the meeting, the finance meeting, and it's option B. So option B would be the right answer, and you would write out the full note with option B written in here at the end. Okay. Number 3, everyone, the photocopier isn't working. Please don't use it. Blank. Okay, from Kate. Okay, so we have used, sorry, I'll just scroll down here. We have used B and C. So it's either going to be, I've put it under the table in the hall, see you later. Unlikely with the photocopier. The next train isn't until 11:30, so don't wait for her. Not likely either. Or I phoned the engineer, he's coming tomorrow morning. Okay, so E would be the most likely option there, isn't it? The photocopier is broken, so she's phoned the engineer and he's coming tomorrow morning. So E would complete number 3. Okay. Number 4. Mandy, I've gone to the sports centre. Faye's coming round at 8 o'clock for her bag. Something from David. Okay, so what's that going to be? We only have options A left and D. So I've put it under the table in the hall, see you later. Or the next train isn't until 11:30, so don't wait for her. So it's going to be A. Her bag will be under the table rather, in the hall. Okay, and then that leaves just one more. Bill, message from Jackie. She's missed the train, so she's going to be late for the meeting. Something from Abigail. Okay, we only have one option left, and we know there's one that talks about a train. The option D here. The next train isn't until 11:30, so don't wait for her. Okay, so those are the answers to exercise 1A. Okay, and I did say in the document here, rewrite each message along with the correct sentence to complete it in your notepad as shown, okay? And that is just for practice with writing. Okay, do not do part B. That's a listening one. Okay, the next one is question 2, answer the questions. So let's go back here to our exercise and scroll up to number 2 and scroll across. Okay. Now, these questions all refer to the notes in part 1, okay? So it's asking you in number 1, which person is now at the train station? Okay, so who's at the train station? We know that note 5, I think it was, talked about the train station. Bill, message from Jackie, she's missed the train, so she's going to be late for the meeting. Okay, so it looks like Jackie is at the train station here. Okay, scroll back up. Which person is now at the sports centre? Okay, who had gone to the sports centre? That is down here at number 4. Where's my scroll bar? Here we go. Sorry, let me scroll. Oh, there we go. Okay, I've gone to the sports centre. Faye's coming round at 8 o'clock for her bag from David. So David had gone to the sports centre there. Okay, it's important that you understand who's writing the note. Okay, you wrote the note to Mandy, but the note is from David. Back we go. Okay, which person is now at the cinema? Okay, let's have a look down here. That was the first one, wasn't it? Yeah, Julia, I've gone to the cinema. I've had my dinner. I've left some in the oven for you, or something along those lines. Love, Tim. Okay, so Tim has gone to the cinema. Okay, now number 2. Where are these things? Faye's bag. Do you remember Faye's bag was under the whole table, as far as I remember? She was coming around to collect it at 8 o'clock. Yeah, okay. Faye's coming around at 8 o'clock for her bag, and in the solutions below, or the sentences below, there we go. I've put it under the table. Okay, so Faye's bag is the answer to that one. Sorry for all the moving around here, guys, but needs must. Okay, Julia's dinner. Where is Julia's dinner? So that, if you remember, is from note 1, and it was in the oven. Okay, number 3. What isn't working? Okay, I think we'll remember that that's the photocopier, isn't it? From note number 3, is it? Yeah, the photocopier isn't working. The next one, I'm just going to try and squish these on together. The next one can't be in room 7. Okay, do you remember this one here in number 2? Betsy, I haven't booked a room for the finance meeting on Wednesday. We can't get room 7. Okay, so the finance meeting can't be in room 7. And then lastly, what is at 11:30? Okay, that is the train, isn't it? The next train, Jackie has missed it, so the next train is 11:30, and we saw that in the answers down here in option D. The next train isn't until 11:30, so don't wait for her. Okay, so that was question 2. Okay, right. Question 3, complete the message with these expressions. Rewrite the note shown in the question, starting with Dennis. Use the correct option from the box above the note to fill in the gaps numbered 1 to 6, and the first one is done for you. And again, please write the whole note out in your notepad. Again, this is just practice for writing. Okay, so here we go. Complete the message with these expressions. So here's our message, okay? You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blanks. The first one is done, so you have to fill in the rest of these blanks with the options here, okay? I've gone, sorry. Yeah, I've gone. That's the first one there. Okay, so Dennis, I've gone to the station. Something my coat on the sofa. Okay, so I've left my coat on the sofa. Something it to the cleaners, please. Okay, so that's a question. So can you take it to the cleaners, please? Thanks. Be careful when you something in the kitchen. Okay, so can you take is gone, I've gone is gone, I've left is gone. So when you go in the kitchen, okay, something the floor and it's still wet. So I've washed the floor and it's still wet. And then the last one that's left is see you tomorrow. Okay, that was number 3. That was easy enough, I think. Okay, number 4 then is write a message for someone about these situations. There are 3 situations listed. Okay, I'm not going to go through writing out messages. I'm sure you've given it a shot. The options are write a message for someone about these situations. You've booked a meal in a restaurant, give the details. Okay, so you would need the time, the place, most importantly. Okay, and maybe the name that it's booked under. You've broken a glass on the kitchen floor, tell people to be careful, and you've missed your train, say what you're going to do. Okay, so if you've done that, guys, I would love if you could take a photograph of those exercises that you've done in your notepad and send them to me on email if possible. Okay, so that's that one. Thank you very much.